Hello and welcome to the roller coaster that is 24W33A. Now, I'm going to explain this as we get on with the roller coaster. This contraption is so cool. But basically, this snapshot allows you to change the speed of minecarts, finally, as seen with with a game rule though. I'm leaving command output on so you can see what's kind of happening. And then it's just kind of showcasing all the things you can do in this new snapshot, like jumping. And I've already showcased a bug, and that tilts. You can when minecart falls off an edge, it no longer just drops down; it tilts. There's also baby squids, baby dolphins, and baby ghost squids now, which is pretty cool. And you can make little launchers by doing this and just like launching yourself. But you notice how there's no minecart sound anymore? Also, you can set it up to 1,000 blocks a second, and it looks like that. It's so cool. Block updates were changed. That didn't work. This was changed, so that goes, that's random. We'll go into this more in depth later. The sound isn't playing due to a bug caused by jumping off a side, and then the sound's not playing, but it continues when you go through another portal. Then just explain some bugs with minecarts. Like, look at that, what is happening? They changed the crafting recipe for bundles, which is a lot easier now, which is either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. Because bundles, I know they're an early game item, but I still feel like this should be harder than craft than just that. This is like see the speed going up. It goes so fast, it's actually insane. And then we'll just come to a stop at the end of the ride, and we're gonna look at some of the stuff that happened. All right, so let's come over here. So what's happening here is minecart going up these tracks. These detector rails obviously are what's powering all the command blocks. So that's setting it to 500. Once it goes up this, it goes up here, it hits this rail, which activates this little timer. Then once this timer turns off, it turns the rail and lets you go over there, which is like a little slingshot, cause like that. And don't know if you've noticed yet, but I don't know what happened. My placing our block breaking animation on my hand just isn't working anymore. It's only on this world though. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I don't imagine it lands here, then it gains more speed. Then it absolutely fires through this thing. I had it turned to night because I thought it'd look cool. This little grass island literally spawned on this seed floating here, and I just made use of it. So all that's happening here, right? So this little glass piston thing should work. Like, I'll show you in a minute. We're on 1.20.1 right now. I don't know how to show that. There it is up there in the top left. Also, the update that just broke Minecraft servers somehow, specifically Bedrock Realms, but it's also affecting a lot of other things with the launcher and stuff. So if you have been having issue with that, that's why. But this works. It doesn't work in the snapshot because of changes to updates, but basically what's happening here is the redstone's powering the block above it, and since the piston thinks it's the door, it powers, and then the redstone powers the glass, which updates that, which is why that works. It's just a bunch of quasi connectivity crap. They changed block updates to where they don't like update things anymore. Like, you know how this is happening, so when I hit this, that redstone block goes up, and that piston doesn't activate till it updates, which is kind of funny because like I grabbed this and this. I found a way to get it to where a piston just like that. Like, what? What is even happening here? This just doesn't make sense. And if I reload the world, it's still there. I don't know, but they changed. I think this is kind of cool. So like, this will always, since it's closest to whatever input it is, it's always gonna be that one since it's closest. And if it was middle, it's completely random, which you don't really want randomness in redstone, but for this scenario it's kind of necessary. Then if it's that, it's closest to that, which does allow for some kind of cool things. Obviously the whole minecart going to another thing has been a thing since 1.21. I just haven't done it until now, so I thought it'd be fun to use it. And these are some bugs that I have found. So actually, I didn't find this one, but I did find this one. So this one is caused by something. It's because they changed animations, so now when that goes there, it just kind of floats. And if you look at the hitboxes, and even if you break this, and you can break all of these blocks but that one below it, and that will still just be floating there, which obviously should not be happening. Like, look, watch. Like, it's obviously wrong. I don't know how whoever did this figured this out. And then this is basically the same thing, but the hitbox is actually in the right place. The minecart visually is not in the right place. Oh, and I also found this one by myself, except someone else found it before me, because of course they did. So let me go into the overworld to show you this one. So you make a little slope like this. You do that and break this block so that stays slanted. If you place it right there, it just stays. For some reason, drop more minecarts onto it. You go. That one goes that way for some reason, even though there's not a rail there. That confused me when I did it. In this update, for some context, you can no longer place minecarts on the same rail. So it looks like I'm placing it, but you can see the E counter up there, right there, is not increasing. I touch it, it's just one minecart, which breaks a lot of entity cramming farms, but there's still a way to get around this. Okay, but basically you get X amount of minecarts into the thing, and then you break this block right here, and then they're all into the same block. And you can tell there's more because the E counter has increased, and when I hit it, it goes down, and when I touch it, it just does things, which is pretty cool. They did change the bundle quite a bit, change the craft recipe and a lot of things. So I haven't messed with it until today, but I kind of know what's going on. So let's just grab a few different, things, and we can just put everything in the bundle. So instead of right click, it's left click now. You can left click and put stuff into it. And you can also pick up the bundle and left click and put stuff into it. Minecarts cannot be put into it because it's unstackable, so it's technically a full stack, quote unquote. Mathematically it is. So the way bundles work, you can fit 64. Oh, and if you right click in the arrow, just everything pops out. So you can fit 64 items in there, but it can be completely miscellaneous. So like, for example, if I get another bundle, and you can see this one's got all sorts of stuff in it. I can't really see it all until I right click on my inventory to take it out. But if I get like a stack of birch buttons for some reason, and then put that in there, it's completely full. It's not like one item takes up one slot and you can just have infinite or 64 of that one item. It seems like the items that are counted in the bundle also count towards the total, so they actually did that correctly. So you can't just infinitely put bundles in a bundle. That actually checks out. So like if I got a full bundle, which that just happens to be exactly a full bundle. I'm so confused. Bundles are weird, but that it's just an early game storage option, and you can get a lot of miscellaneous storage. So if you can have like a whole shulker box, just have bundles in it, and if you just have a lot of miscellaneous items from like adventuring, late game with an elytra or whatever, then that's what you can do. You can just chill. I'm gonna link Phoenix SC's video on this snapshot in the description because it's really good, and he goes over more technical command stuff that I don't know how to do. I'm not that smart. So yeah, I just figured I'd go over some of the stuff that went on in the snapshot. It was a pretty cool snapshot. It's it breaks a lot of things. I watched a video by Purplers, I think, and he showed how it broke a lot of the redstone updating stuff, broke a lot of redstone doors and other stuff. If you didn't know, Purplers is one of those guys who just makes redstone doors all the time, and he's like really good at it, and they're really cool. It breaks a lot of things, but this is an experimental update, so like experimental snapshot. So basically everything in a snapshot is enabled by experiments in the world. So like, you know how the bundle was experiment for like 3 years or whatever, and they're finally figuring it out. Hopefully the bundle will be available soon, but all these minecart and redstone experiments won't be available until who knows when. Mojang put it out there for the community to make suggestions and stuff, and the community has made some suggestions. Trust me. You should comment down below what you think should be changed or what you like about the snapshot, because there's a lot to like. There's a lot that needs to be fixed. There's a lot that needs to be reverted. Oh, and they also updated the redstone torch texture. I absolutely hated this thing at first. I thought it was stupid, but now I kind of like it. You know, it actually looks like a redstone torch. Basically, what I was thinking when I made this, I was like, oh, well, I don't feel like pressing the W key to get started, because why would I do that? I'm too lazy to do that. It needs to be fully automatic. I just want to press a button instead of pressing a W key. This is arguably much cooler, so